welcome everyone. Welcome to Nivedita and Dianne show. It's our pleasure to be back with you. What a week, what a week, what a week. I don't know about you guys, but it's been quite a week for me. In a not so good way, but then you look at the positive side. It had to happen, whatever happened, and we'll talk that more. Let me just introduce myself since I'm the one talking here. And my name is Dianne Ojar. And I am the founder of the elephant in the room. And what I love to do is to give you results, give you the ultimate experiential breakthrough experience. And this is what we're going to be talking about today. If you want to know more about me, certainly you can go and research me. Go to my website, which is igniteyourbusiness.ca, and of course mediaolive.ca, think10.ca, and I'm a whole holistic rounded as well. And that's who I am. But today we're going to be talking about, I believe it's a topic you would really resonate with or have a better understanding. I hope that by the end of this show, we will all have a better understanding. And I apologize from now to everyone. Nivedita.
Hi, this is going to be a great show today, as usual. And my name's Nivedita Saraswati, and I live in Melbourne in Australia. And I'm the owner and director of My Virtual Healing Center, which is an online healing center where I offer many, many modalities to help you to be your best self, to help you overcome blockages and all negative information that you may have accrued since birth even. So I'm very excited, and I'm going to talk a little bit later about my weight management program that's coming up and starting in July and August. So enjoy the show.
Thank you so much for that. And I welcome everyone who's joining us. Catch us on the replay, share this, like this. But I really would like for you to pay attention today on what we're going to be talking about. So before we do that, how was your week, Miss Nivedita?
How was my week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my week was awesome. I got back from being away in Merimbula, which is like on the west coast, on the east coast, and stayed with friends for a week and got wined and dined and enjoyed a great time with lovely, lovely people. Caught up with people I haven't seen for a long time, and it was amazing. And just having a change was like such a breath of fresh air. Long walks along the beaches, and in that area there are so many beaches, so many walks you can do, and I love walking. So it was really great. I just had a ball, and I came back totally a new person, I felt. So to have a mini break is really, really good for you, good for the body, good for the soul. And the other thing I did was I was confirmed that I've certified as a weight management consultant. So this has been 12 months in the making, and it was hard going for somebody of my vintage, but the results are fantastic, and I'm really happy that it's completed and that I'm ready to open to be out there in the world helping more people, because whatever we do, it's all about helping and serving in many, many ways, where we help people to be their best self, to be more confident, to be more alive within themselves, to help them to make them realize that life is worth living. Because when you get to certain vintages, people think that life is a bit hard, and this is what we both do. We help people to get over those hurdles. So it's really amazing, and I'm very happy to be able to do this as well.
I love when you say the word vintage. Yes, absolutely. And my week has been a little bit challenging for me. For those who know, it's been going through, but it's all part of the process, and you just got to embrace it. It has its moments. Don't get me wrong. However, you know what? You have to look at the ceiling as always. It's right up there, and the glass is always full, not even half full, full. So I wanted to. This came to mind last night, and of course, when something comes to mind, I have to address it. Now, maybe it was a message for me, maybe it's a message to talk about, or maybe it's just to clear up some confusion. So I was speaking to Nivedita, and we were talking about the difference. I don't know how this came about, to tell you the truth. Of course, I went to bed 7 o'clock this morning. That's a whole other story. I believe sometimes there's a huge difference between confidence and ego. Would you agree or disagree? Right? I'm not here to convince anyone, and I'm going to say this from now, and Nivedita can speak for herself. If ever I came across as being very arrogant, egotistical in any way, shape, and form to anyone out there, that was not my intentions. I am confident in what I do. I have faith in what I do. I know what I can do. I know where I have been to get to here today. And there's absolutely nothing wrong in acknowledging that. It gives me the right to say I have talked the talk, I could walk the walk, or vice versa. But for those who know me, I am a giver. And I would say this with 100% confidence that you get the results. This is what this is. And I guess if anybody knows me, they will know that's what this is all about. I may come across as being harsh. There's nothing of saying we are, who we've been with, or who we're associated to get it to where we need to be. So if I ever made you feel that this was all about me, no. But at the same time, just know that no, we're in a business to help you get to where you need to be, and we can't do that if you don't tell us what it is you want or you need. And this is a very tough market, and we're going to be talking about this because everybody wants to be a coach. So, Navita, before we show, I have a little slide here, but if you did you want to add anything to that?
The only thing I'd like to add is that the the journey of being a service provider is not an easy one, because people have perceptions about what you're offering, and it's the perceptions that can bring in negative information, and that can undermine your own confidence as well, which is not a good thing. However, when you're sure of your product, and you know how you can help people, I think that's the overriding concept of it all, because what we do is offer from our heart what we've learned. And everybody does the same. People who are in the healing and the helping industries, we all do the same. From the nurses, and all nurses are healers, all doctors are healers, as we know. So no matter what we're doing, we bring that loving and that caring into every aspect of our lives in order to serve people. And if people think you have an alternative motive, that's a problem within themselves in many ways and their life experiences. Whereas if people come to you with an open heart and mind, they reap so many benefits. I mean, we've both had so many clients that have done that and said, wow, I'm a different person since you helped me. And that's really what we like to hear. And that's getting confirmation that what you're doing is actually well worthwhile doing, because you're serving and you're giving and you're making a change in people's lives. And that's what I found. And that's what's so satisfying. It's not that you want your ego to be stroked or anything like that. It's almost like upstairs is saying, well done, well done.
Absolutely. And when you have deep transformation, deep results, humongous results, whatever words you want to describe it, it's value. And we do know what it's value, what it's worth. And we had to go through the process. We had to invest in ourselves. And that's why, if we pay it forward, we pay it forward, but not everything comes for free. It doesn't work that way. And first of all, nobody will pay attention to the information. I have done things for people, very powerful techniques and so forth. And I'll tell you the truth, you really don't want to hear some of the, they went ahead, but it's all about gratitude. But I'm not here to dispute that. That's in the past. But I just want people to know that, this is what we do. And Nivedita and myself have done a lot in regards to get us here. So I wanted to clarify this once and for all. Those who are dropping in, please put a comment if you have anything to add to this. So I wanted to talk about confidence versus ego, right? And of course, that is the wrong slide. Let's get to the right slide, because I was just showing Nivedita this. So confidence. What is the real meaning of confidence? When you see that figure that the gentleman climbing up the ladder, or the step, I should say, he's building confidence to take one step at a time to move forward. This is what he's doing, moving forward. What does that mean? It could be in in training himself and investing in himself, building the confidence, working on himself. There's so many things to do that. But the confidence, this is not my words. I usually would, mold it, but this is, I Googled this and I wanted to give you what Google said. Okay. So here we go. Confidence means feeling sure of yourself and your abilities. It didn't say being cocky. Okay. Not in an arrogant way, but a realistic way, in a secure way, a comfortable way. What do you say about that so far, Nivedita?
I agree wholeheartedly.
Okay. Confidence isn't feeling superior to others. I am not superior to you or Nivedita or anybody else who's listening here. I really would encourage you all to listen to this carefully, because I believe this is where things go wrong, because ego and pride is the root cause of all our problems, the issue in all areas of our life: the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, the relationship, the finance, and everything else. And this may or may not resonate with you. I'm not here to convince you. You may take it for what it's worth, and awesome. You go in and learn more about it, investigate more about it. But I'm telling you, once you understand this, definitely, definitely, this is something that you want to look more into. So, confidence is not about feeling superior to others. It is a quiet inner knowledge that you are capable of delivering what you know, sharing what you know. And if there's a cost to that, that's okay. That's what we do. Confident people feel secure rather than insecure. Nivedita?
That's right. And the security, the inner security, is acknowledging your divinity within, which is really important, because often if we don't believe in ourselves, that can be a drawback, because you're not portraying that you believe in yourself. And so it's like people people are very judgmental, and we've all been very judgmental. I'm not saying I'm not judgmental or anyone else is not judgmental, but we can be, you look at somebody and you have these millions of thoughts going in through your mind at 1 second. And this conception of what you expect of people or how you expect people to be is different from everyone, because it's coming from your experience of life. And if you've come through life with a lack of trust in people, this can show up in how you evaluate people. I won't say judge, but how you evaluate people, because we're always evaluating every single minute, every single second of the day. We evaluate everything we do, every action we take on a deep subconscious level. And this is getting the neurons going in the brain saying, do I like this? Do I not like this? And it's important to be aware that we're all human. Every one of us are human, and we have these human frailties. And to overcome those human frailties is to be more connected with what's inside, really, what the pure self is talking about inside, where you're able to let go and discern in a different way. So you're letting go of all the crap and you're just absorbing all that is positive into your consciousness.
One of the things I know I do, and maybe it's just because it's who I am, and I always see the good in people, that when you know you have something or someone is looking for something and they say they want it, but then they don't want it, and it can help them, and I will share it with them, and it may look like it's pushy, but I'm not here to push you. I'm done with that being pushed and say, if Nivedita, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. I'm done with that. Seriously, people come to you for who you are, a coaching business, and for all the healers and coaches there, it's such a saturated market. You need to listen to this. Hey, don't take my word for it. Like I said, if this is something that will help you resonate, grow your business, then awesome. Go do some more homework, research, listen to this. You're here for a reason. For all those who are listening, and I can see you there, You must be here for a reason. Okay. So this opens up and clarifies. So confidence basically means that you feel confident, you have faith in who you are, what you do, and what you can deliver. Okay. Ego. What really and truly is ego? The ego is simply our identity, who we believe we are. We're all up there. What is it then? We're all out there in a bag of chips. That's how it is. Like, the ego encompasses all our fears, our insecurities, because we want people to like us. So we got to be in people's face. We want to be center attraction. We want to do that. Well, again, it's how you look at it. There's nothing wrong in you posting something saying, this is what I've accomplished, the testimonials, everything speak for it. Our doubts, because, if you were confident, then you wouldn't have doubts in yourself, as well as what leads us to believe that we're better than or inferior to other people. That's basically what the ego is. It's really the opposite of confidence. But when people see us out there and we're posting things and posting things and posting things, one day, like yourself right now, it's going to hit you. We have this show to share things with you. That's what we do. That's why we want to share things with you. We want to share what we've learned. We're not here to preach. We're here to teach. We're here to share. It's up to you what you do with the knowledge. You can go and explore it more. This is not costing anything. It might cost you a couple of minutes. Depends on how long you stay on. So the ego it's about me. It's more, how much money can I make? This is what I want. We all have to survive. And some of us, we're really, really good at what we do. And some of us are extremely good at what we do. And that comes with, again, knowledge and education. And you have to be taught this. It just doesn't happen overnight. Nivedita.
Yes, I agree. Knowledge is wisdom. Yes, the more knowledge you have, and having that interaction with people is really important. And if you're coming from a compassionate heart, which is what all healers aspire to be, coming from a compassionate heart, then you're helping people in such a profound way that's not always tangible at that moment in time, but it's affecting the physical vibration and resonance of the body in many ways, enlightening and bringing up the more finer vibration, the positive information that's coming into the soul, so that the soul looks at the more positive ways of looking, like you're not reading all the terrible headlines in the paper, which can cause friction in your body and sadness or grief or outrage, whatever it may be. And that affects your cellular system. That can go into your liver. It can affect your heart. It can affect your kidneys, everywhere. It can bring fear. It can bring love. It can bring compassion. And it can bring the opposite. That's why the news is so sensationalized, because it wants to evoke certain emotions, not always positive emotions. And that's what it does. And that's why, staying away from the newspaper is a good thing, and things like that. Or in the weight management area, when young people, like from the age of puberty and up, they're into all the magazines, and these magazines are filling them with ideas of what the perfect body is, which is always photoshopped anyway, or what they should look like, what they should wear. And then kids go off the rails because they want to look like that, so they become an anorexic, or they go into their own debts of some description when they haven't or can't afford the clothes that they want, that the models wear, and things like that. So it's a highly charged happening that's as children go through that puberty stage, and all the hormones are racing, and they want what everybody else has got. They want to be noticed. They want to be loved. They want to be seen as attractive. They want to be seen as successful, have the boyfriend, have everything that they need. But when they can't have it, that's when their self-esteem hits rock bottom, And that's where the damage comes in, when children become depressed, and then they get into all sorts of awkward situations and feel really bad about themselves. So it's like it's a crisis that goes on in every family. These changes that young people go through as teenagers, as young people as teenagers, and as young as, you see 8-year-olds wanting to go on a diet because they feel that they can't fit into the clothes that their little dolly magazines the kids are wearing. It starts very early. It's like this negative programming gets embedded in, rather than positive programming and love and care and compassion, and and just helping children to uplift rather than help children to contract. That's my feelings. It's only my feelings. I mean, it might not necessarily agree with anyone else's feelings, but they're my feelings.
Thank you for sharing that. It's called entitlement. They feel that they're entitled. They're entitled for this, they're entitled for that. And again, they're building up because they feel entitled. They're building up this personality. And yes, it can be, growing to have identity crisis, as you said, down the road. And that's where you start building up the ego and so forth. And we're hoping that we can make these changes. And it starts with us, for ourselves, and to be a role model for our children and, our friends and peers and siblings, and be the best we can be. And again, that comes with a lot of work. You got to let it go. Can you let go the ego, and can ego hurt you? Oh yeah, ego. Like I said, it's the number one root cause to a lot of blockages, a lot of failures, a lot of things in life, in all areas, in relationship, marriage, finance. I'm going to repeat some things I said for those who are just joining us. All areas of life: emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, even. And there are a few reasons how ego hurts us in our daily lives. It keeps you out of touch with reality because you're in your own little bubble. You don't want to come back to reality. You have this thing in your brain, I'm all that and a bag of chips. That's exactly what it is. All that and a bag of chips. I don't need this. I don't need help. I don't this. I don't that. So you want to do it on your own because you believe you can do it on your own. You don't need anybody around you. That's not true. You are going to kill yourself faster than you believe. This is why you get sick. It creates unrealistic expectations and entitlement. There's that word again, entitlement. Okay, let's talk about expectation. I had said this before, and I'm going to say this again. The world is not suffering per se. There is suffering in the world, and the suffering is us, because we have this inability to detach, to release, and let go. We expect things. When you have expectations, you get disappointments. And when something does not go your way, especially somebody who is egotistical, that's not a good thing. Because you expect this, and you expect everybody around to just drop to the beck and call because you wanted it, you say so. Sometimes it's controlling. You could be a narcissistic person, and all those things come to play. And that's just my interpretation of what that means. And it also makes you very dependent on all the external validation that you need from other people outside, and say, oh my gosh, you're so good. Oh my God, you're doing well. I love your car. Oh, and a lot of people who are going through this are broke, just over job, broke, having a lot of issue. I am not saying we are saints, not at all. We have our share. We continue to have our share of a lot of things because that's how we have to grow. We are given tasks, spiritual tasks, reality tasks for what we need to do. We can sit here and talk about this. We don't need validation from anyone if we're confident in ourselves and know what we can deliver. I know what I can deliver. That doesn't make me egotistical. I am good at what I do. You're good at what I do. Nivedita is good at what she does. as long as you can share with someone that you can see there's the results you can offer them. I've said this at the beginning for those who missed it. For the elephant in the room, everybody who does a session with me, provided that they don't have a breakthrough, they don't have an aha moment, they don't have a shift or transformation, I will give you back your money. Guarantee back. Because I know you will. Does that mean I have ego? No. I am confident in what I do. I am confident of what I deliver. She's one of them right there sitting. All the
Yes.
time does. And
Yeah, I'd like to mention my experience with Dianne with the elephant in the room. I was really stuck. Was it last year? Last year, it's only been a year.
No, it's more than that now. It's almost like
More than that now. Yes, a year and a half maybe. And I was really stuck. I didn't seem to be able to move, to shift. And this had been going on for X amount of years, and it was really frustrating. And it was all blaming me and me feeling guilty about myself. I'm not good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that, which is what we do when we're not being successful. And when I experienced that shift that Dianne talks about in The Elephant in the Room, it was like completely life-changing. It really was. And my husband was the first to notice straight away. And he said, wow, he said, I can see a big shift in you. And then that enabled me to do a course with Dianne, a business course, which I needed, which encompassed like 3 courses in one, because she's so generous. And that shift enabled me to move and do things like make a new website, have a different outlook on life, have a different outlook on business and things like that. So this can happen for everyone. It doesn't need to be a business, but it's like a pathway. When someone lights the path because they've shown you what the reality is, that's like a light bulb moment in your own consciousness. It's like, I was hit over the head, with a sledgehammer, and it was something I needed to know the reason why, because I'm always in my head a lot, or I was.
Yeah,
and I needed to know the why. And this was the why. And I think if you know the why, then you can manage things much better.
Thank you for that. And I'm going to say it was about 60 years you've been dealing with this, plus something like that. And it wasn't about the money. It really wasn't about the money. And you don't miss anything I have. So I thank you for that. And again, this is not about the ego. It's seeing the transformation that we can sit here. And, even with doing this show with Nivedita, I just wanted her to, this was a journey, a process she had to get really comfortable, a work in progress for her, because she's never been on this. And at first, she's come a long way, so have I, and this is what it is. So we want to say that, again, I was saying those who do that, I want the money back guarantee, but providing you have to pay 100%.
That's the same with my business too, with the weight management, which is not weight loss, it's weight management. So you're managing your own self. You're empowered by managing yourself better, and we give you the tools for that. And if you follow the program implicitly, then you'll get the results. And if not, we have a money back guarantee as well.
If you don't get the results, you're fooling yourself.
Yes.
And you're
not following the protocol.
And please don't waste our time by coming in with that attitude. I always say to people, anybody I'm working with, I would like you to do the elephant in the room first, because when you come to that door, here's the other thing I do. When I'm working with anyone, I say, whatever modality you have before, leave it outside. I don't want, unless I ask you to bring it in, leave it outside. If you really want to play, you got to play, because we address different things different ways. And again, I'm not here to convince anyone, not so ever. But our programs affordable? Well, it depends on how you interpret the word affordable. But believe me, it's much more affordable than you believe. Like I say here, the only thing that limits you is your ego, and there's no question about that. So
And your
here,
attachments, yes.
yeah. So confidence versus ego. How to encourage confidence and control your ego? Well, look for ways to be humble. Humility goes a long way.
And be grateful for what you already have.
And be grateful for you being chosen to be given this gift and talent of being able to help people, to help them with their lives. Once you understand that, this is not ego. You're confident and you go out there and live in confidence. Work it. The money will come. However, we judge people and say, oh my God, look at the ego. She's posting all that. Well, how else the hell are you going to know what we're doing? You know, we're going to talk about market in a minute. When you connect with your higher purpose is higher than you. It's not you. When you know it's your purpose versus your passion, you can live your passion, but you got to know your purpose. Plain and simple.
There's a part of us that knows our purpose, that when we came into life, we had this blueprint worked out for us, what we needed to learn, what we needed to give, what a journey we needed to do. And this is all mapped out for us already, because you've made the decisions before you actually incarnated. And this might sound a little bit deep, but Dianne often shares the story of the little soul and the sun. And it's all about that. It's about coming into life to experience, to gain. Yes, that's lovely.
Love this book. You guys got to get this book. I don't care if you have children, adults, you got to get this book. You got to get this book. It is such a profound book. It's not even funny. It's like, who stole my cheese? Type of concept. But it's so profound. It's so profound. So get the book.
Simple. I mean, and children can even, it's like a children's book, isn't it? In a way, but it's speaking to the child within us.
It is a children's book, but it's for adults. I don't care what nobody said, because you're right. It's for the inner us as well. And, we have to stop being right. We cannot be right. We're right. You're right. It's this was my way or no way. Well, okay, if it's your way and no else way, you're going to live like that for the rest of your life.
What I love about our show, Dianne, is that we share our different experiences and we share our different knowledge, and we have wonderful guests that come in, and you can see how they have a shift with their journey or they're sharing, and everything is a learning experience. When you hear other people's stories, especially what they've been through and how they've overcome adversity because they've let go of something or other, no matter what it is. And it's just very empowering to hear, to have these people come and join us, because it's such a wonderful enlivening group, and I have a lot of fun on this show, and so does Dianne.
Oh yeah, we do. And you know what? This is not about us, and we always have to remember our manners and respect people. You want respect, you got to give respect.
And Dianne has the wheel, so anybody who would like to comment on what we've said so far, show them the wheel. Dianne, have you got it handy?
Nivedita just loves this wheel. I swear.
So if anybody who comments on the show, they get a chance to join in the wheel. And in the wheel, you can win different prizes. Would you like to talk about?
Wait. We're not talking about just comment in the show. They have to ask a question, a purposeful question, okay? Not just comment and say, hi, how you doing? Ask a question, okay?
Yeah.
That's what it is. So again, so this is what, now, one of the things I want to just, this is going to resonate if you are a coach. And this came to my email, so I want to give credit for where this came from, to Pamela for sending this. It's an actual, she's a coach, a high-end coach. And she said there's some myths to coaching certification, and I'm going to pull out some things. Certification is a client attraction mechanism. It can help you get results. Marketing helps you get results. So what does marketing mean? We got to be in front of your face. So if you're a coach or you have a business, pay attention to this spot, right? So people believe if I get certified, clients will show up. I remember doing my NLP, and then they did the business part, and they did the funnel, and they said this part, da da da. And if you do this, well, probably one or two people did it, in terms of actually, believe it or not, this is not an ego here. I'll just tell you, I am a trainer's trainer. I just didn't want to be in front of a classroom training people about NLP, but I've been trained for that. I've been trained for the Tony Robbins. I could tell you what Tony Robbins does in his sessions and so forth, because it's very specific. I could tell you all of that, okay? I just didn't want to go and have that type of business where I'm standing here teaching. Very profitable, by the way, but it was not my thing to stand in a classroom. I never wanted to be writing on a board. Yeah, right. So please do understand that. Most people would not ask you who, except if you're going for a job. And even sometimes in a job, now they don't even ask you that. They look at it, but they want to hear more about your experience. Your volunteering, what you've accomplished. That's the type of questions they ask. So again, being a coach is about running a business, especially we live in an oversaturated market, just like you have real estate agent. I don't know how many real estate agents I have in Ontario, or even Toronto for that matter, 80,000 plus. I don't know, the number went up probably. And everybody, it's oversaturated. Everybody have an experience and they become a coach. I'm going to do a little plug here right now. Maybe you want to say no. ICF, International Coaches Federation, if you do an NLP, what I do with ABH and ABNLP, if we go to them, they would take us open arms, no exams, nothing, no questions. If they come to this other certification board, they have to do exams and so forth. That's how highly trained we are. And it wasn't cheap. I'm telling you, living this life is not cheap. Getting to where you want to be is not cheap. It's an investment. And I wouldn't even tell you how much that investment was. It's more important to get a business. You have to get business building skills than coaching. There's a big difference between business building skills and coaching skills. Nobody wants to be preached at. Nobody wants to be coached at. You should come to, soon I'll be having a 5-day complimentary starting next week. 5 days for 75 minutes on Monday to Friday at 12 to 1:15. If you want the link, I will put the link later on.
That's Canada time, isn't it?
That's Canada, of course, Canada time. You've been through the series similar to that. And I'm telling you, it's complimentary. You talk about, and there's demos. You talk about boom, boom, boom. Yes. And then we have the vision board coming up. But the vision board is a whole nother story. I mean, that is so much fun. I just sit there and I chuckle my life away, because when I see, we've had people cry, break down. We use their timeline. We put things in timeline. It's not an ordinary thing. And
you've had great success with children with that.
We did it for kids in Nigeria. We did it for adults. She did one, and she ended up doing 4 vision boards and so forth. It's transformational, because you just can't go and throw something on a vision board. It doesn't work that way.
Yes, so you're expressing your inner self on your vision board.
Yeah, I wasn't coaching them. We were building something together. You have to know how to build things. The other thing is, if you have a certification, it's going to help me be an amazing coach. You can get all the certification, or you can be all the brains and book brains you want and write something and pass the course. But if you don't have it in you, you have to work on it. You have to become that great coach with humility, humbleness, keep learning, and more. I'm not kidding you. It is not about saying this is X, Y, Z. No. Not at all. It is really almost impossible to be a great coach. But do you really want to be a coach? I don't even like the word coach. Although the word coach is on my website, the experiential coach, because I couldn't find another word to go with there. That's why I like to give you the ultimate experiential breakthrough experience, because that kind of sounds like it's powerful and breaks it. That's what we do. You know how much I kick and fuss when my team gave me the word coach. That hey, it is what it is, right? So here's what, and let's just sum that piece up. We talk about, if you believe that you're going to be coaching someone, forget it. You got to change your words, your vocabulary. You got to change your mindset. You got to change your approach. People don't care about your certification. They want to know that you know what you're doing. They want the results. You come to me, tell me what's wrong. And some of the first words I ask everybody in Nivedita, this, is that, tell me your greatest fear. Like what? I could go in somewhere in the middle of God knows where and ask people this, and this, I don't even know these people, and they start telling me the whole story. You have to build rapport. You have to engage with people. You got to find out what is ticking them off or what's hurting them inside. Who pissed them off? Who did this? Why this happened? I've had people tell me that they were sexually abused since they were like 2 years old, for God's sake. 2 years old. They've never told anyone. And they will continue to abuse. You have to let them feel comfortable. I'm not coaching anybody like that. That's what you need to do. Since most people want results, you're really selling them something that they don't want. They have no interest in. And that's coaching. One of the things, I was in an MLM company, and I still am, and I use it, and I will never give it up. And we have people who just sign up people because they wanted to make money. And that's why I'm very particular about my name, and it's a lot of work. I was hosting a meeting for like a year and a half in a hotel for this company. I have no regrets. I still use it, and it's on the legal side. However, people were coming in for the wrong reasons. You got to share with people and say, I was very big about getting the Wills and Power of 20, because I tell you, when my kids were 10, the oldest probably was 10 and younger, I couldn't sleep for about 10 years, wondering what if something happened to my husband, what we were going to do with these kids. I don't have family up here, more or less, and so forth. It took me about 10 years in order to get that done. Seriously, that's what I teach people. That's what I share with people. You don't want to be in a position, if something happens to you, the government takes everything. You share your knowledge, your wisdom, your teachings, your skills. You share. You don't talk to. I had this conversation the other day. You don't preach to people. You teach people. People want to learn. And this is where this came about. And I just wanted to share that. Oh, and by the way, to sum this up, you really make it more harder for yourself than really and truly. You don't even understand what that means. You're really making it really difficult for yourself. Stop, think, plan, step back, and then take action. Change your words. You can have a plan, just change it around and shuffle it around. So that's my spiel on this. And I know we want to do some fun stuff as well. What do you have in terms of some of that part? Because I want to get to the spoons.
Yes. Well, in the weight management course,
My spoons are warm now. Probably my spoons.
Weight management course, there's a component in it of inner and outer beauty, where we're having a lot of fun with helping people to feel and see their beauty within. And the inner and outer beauty is physical as well. So we're doing.
It's getting warmer. Get 2 spoons, people. Get 2 spoons.
Yeah, to get 2 spoons that have been. Hopefully, they've been. If you can't get them from the freezer, if you haven't had them in the
freezer, it was in the freezer, but now it's gotten warm.
You just actually putting cold spoons underneath your eyes to get rid of the eye bag. So you just press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Move along slowly, gently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, holding. And you move towards the outer eyes, along the bone, along the orbit, and you're just pressing and using a little bit of acupressure and helping to dissipate all the fluid that's under the eyes there and taking it to your lymph system. And your lymph system can come down here and down
I'm
your
going to
neck.
look like Nivedita soon. No Chinese. Cucumber does this as well. Another thing.
Yes.
Watermelon, papaya. You can do all those
And you
things.
can also use
Yes,
one
I
of
have.
these, a mask that's got gel in it that you can freeze, and you can just lie down there with the mask on and just experience that nice cold.
You keep talking. I will be back in one moment. Let me bring my other roller.
Right. Okay. So the mask is like this with like a jelly substance that's frozen and it's quite cold. So what you're doing is you're going to lie down with this on your face, and that helps to release all of the puffiness of the upper eyebrows and the baggy eyebrow, the bags underneath your eyes. And it's very pleasant. And if it's too cold for you, you just wait till it defrosts a little bit more. But it's very nice for the eyes and helps to release that puffiness. So that's what that is.
So also we have this. This is really
Yes.
cool, but don't do with makeup on, okay? Like me. Oh, this is really cool. It's the same thing. You could just put it on there. They have
Yeah.
3 sizes, and the middle part it's cool.
You also have, yes, you have gua sha, and you only
It's
use it with on skin that is got oil on it or a smooth surface, so that you're not dragging your skin. You're just rolling the gua sha tool across the
Is
skin.
that what they call it? A gua sha?
Yeah, gua sha.
I have no idea what they call it. I just call it
It is a gua sha tool.
yeah.
And
This
there's a
is
specific way of doing it. And there's many videos on YouTube to show you how to use them correctly, which is important.
well, when you
Because,
have a facelift, that's what they do. See,
yeah, they do
I
that.
lost a lot of weight, so don't look at my face, people.
I was telling my daughter in America the other day about the gua sha. She said, Mum, I've been using it for years. And she looks, I mean, my youngest daughter's over 50 and she looks like she's about 30.
Oh, geez, I have to work overtime, especially since I lost so much weight. And you also do it to your neck. You could do it to
Yes,
your
you do. Yeah. And
One
you're always,
for
you
the
follow
skin.
the lymph.
Yeah, because you want to, again, the facelift is pulling down all the excess skin.
Yes,
Just put it out.
pulling all the excess water out of the body. And then you have this wonderful tool, which is also a gua sha. And you, with the trick with this is that you just smooth it on your skin. You're not doing it this
I think
way.
I have one of those somewhere around the place. I'm not even sure.
You're not using it with the sharp edge. You're
No.
just using the flat of the gua sha.
And this is a crystal stone, by the way.
Yeah, they're crystals. They're jade, or there's many different gua shas. You can get
It's a
some very
quartz.
fancy
I believe
ones.
this is a quartz, pink quartz.
Yes, that's the rose quartz.
Rose quartz. Yes, that's
Very beautiful. So you're using the qualities of the crystals just to smooth your skin. So this is part of the beauty component in the weight management, which is a very holistic offering that I'm doing, helping you with your inner and outer beauty, as well as weight management, and also helping the emotional body.
I have something else to show you. Just one moment.
Okay. So if you want to help these parts of your body here, then you just flick the gua sha. But remember, you're using the flat of the stone. You're not using the edge. It's just gently, very slowly. And it's said that the skin starts to age at 25. So good idea to let all the children know that they need to look after their skin from 25 onwards.
Hey, I'm an olive oil girl. I just lost a lot of weight because I was very sick. But this was actually working up until last night. It was charged. No, it's not charged, but it's an infrared light, and you just, it's chargeable, and this works as well. That's when they do it. You cannot do this with makeup on, so don't do it with makeup on. But it's infrared light, and right now they charge that because I'm sure it was charged up until last night. But this is something else you can use, right? It's a
So
face.
this is fun. This is very fun.
We have
We
fun.
use it is fun, and it's aesthetically helping your skin and helping your lymphatic drainage. And you can actually use this on your stomach as well.
I believe. Well, you could use anything that's rolling in the stomach, even probably the
Yeah,
spoon.
you can use it like if you've got stretch marks, you can use it.
Oh God,
And
Nivedita, I don't think that could help all the stretch marks I have. I look like a checkerboard. Okay, my whole family has stretch marks, but I have the exception to the rule. That's all. I think they forgot about me. Whatever. I think I combined everybody. But I believe I have one of what you have. I'm just not sure what it is. All these different things. But again, the
and you
point
can
is,
have some of them that stimulate your hair, and it's got little ridges in, and you put it through the scalp, and it stimulates the scalp and helps the hair growth.
well, the brush can also do that, but you can also do tapping.
Yes, that's really important. And very light tapping.
Yeah, light tapping.
Light tapping.
Again, when you're tapping, you need to know you got to move out, right?
Yes.
You got to move out.
And yeah, you can also tap the orbit here, the orbit of the eye, the bone here.
I also have a vitamin C I have, which there's also in capsules, in tablets. You can take it. And gosh, when they take that, it's like a hospital. But they also have it in a crystal
You
form.
can also, your smile lines here, or your what we normally would call crow's feet. That's the first thing I noticed when I was doing this practice. Yeah, it's like you're running away with you've got your top fingers moving, you've got your bottom fingers moving. So you're using two hands, Dianne.
Well, yeah, because I have my glasses on. But the other thing about it is the vitamin C has collagen in it. So when I put it on, if I put it over my eyes here, I look like the collagen in my eyelids. I look like my sister, and I would say, "What happened?" And I realized, oh my goodness, I put the vitamin C there, and it actually the skin got puffy, so I look like my eyes are swollen. So I know.
Well, I believe you use vitamin C in the summer, but you use like we're
No,
in
no,
winter.
no, no, no. This is not. This is a vitamin C crystal that has collagen too. I normally just put it like that, or I take a little bit of the Noxema. I know with that plastic, who cares? And I put it on. I leave it there, and then when I do it, about 20 minutes or so, and overnight, when you wake up, your face looks like it puts back some of the collagen in your face. But I did lose a lot of weight. You know why? But again, this is what it is. But I've been using olive oil since ever I could remember. Look at your hair.
My hair's not behaving itself.
Yes. So, I wanted to say thank you for sharing that. And we wanted to share all these little things that have some fun things.
We have a lot of fun things.
We have a lot of fun things as well. But at the end of the day, I wanted to, what that came about and again, like I said, if ever I made anybody feel less worthy than I am, that was not my intention. And if I can help you, like I said, money back guarantee. If you don't get the results or get any single result, shift, whatever, I have no problem with that.
And Dianne is very sincere when she says this.
I did one recently with someone. Oh my goodness, that was so. Their body is still going through things, and we did also the 7 scorpions. We did also the timeline. I gave them the opportunity to put a goal in their timeline, and now they have to work towards that, and things are happening, and they was like, why is this? I don't feel this, I feel. And I'm like, because things are changing and shifting when you have gone through a lot of trauma. Like, I mean, people don't like to use the word trauma, people don't like to use the word childhood trauma, but let me explain something. I believe instead of hiding from the word, acknowledge it, say it. When we're scared to use the word trauma, some things are toxic, some things are experienced, but I'm telling you, if you had trauma, you had trauma. If you're traumatized, you've been traumatized. You have to acknowledge it. You have to step up and acknowledge the word. So someone said to me once how, don't put in your marketing childhood trauma. It will scare you off. And there's a truth to that as well. But sometimes the word comes out. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. It may resonate with someone, it may not. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to hear that word because it's a trigger. Something triggers off, that means you have to address it because you really shouldn't be having a trigger and the emotions that are attached to that. So again, this is what we do. Are we confident what we do? Let me tell you something. This young lady here did not spend a whole 12 months. And let me tell you, it's not an easy course to do. And it's a very expensive course and was not an easy course to do to get to where she needs to be. At her age, she didn't need to do this, but she saw the value to complement what she can help other people with and deliver as a package. And it's worth every penny. And here's what people are willing to pay because they know what they're getting. If you want to lose weight, go ahead. Don't take metformin if you want to lose weight. You can lose weight if you take metformin, but believe me, I don't know how people take metformin to lose weight because I've been told that I'm like, they're crazy silly. Because believe me, I don't like it. However,
if anybody would like to know more about the package, just contact us. You can leave us a message and we'll contact you and private message us. And for all of what we offer, and we can give you a comprehensive outline of what it is, how we can help you best, how we can help you to feel really good about yourself from the inside out in every level. We both have very amazing techniques that we use, and we're happy to serve.
We have very, very unique gifts and talents that most people don't. And again, this is not ego, and I want to keep saying that. We've been fortunate, and we have shared that with people. I just call up people and say, you have pain, you have problem, you have something's going on, I'll send you a healing blessing. Nivedita does the same thing. She's always doing it to me as well, and so forth. And I'm telling you, and we never talk about money. I just want people to feel a bit better. I know what it feels like when you wake up in the morning and you can't move, your foot is sprained, and you walk. That's what it is. You get people, and then people figure it after if they choose to. It's that simple. We are unique. We all are unique in our ways, and we use all the modalities, and we improvise as we go along, because I have to say improvise because sometimes we have to tweak, we have to reframe, only because everybody is different.
That's exactly right. Everybody's different. And I'd just like to add that one of my clients, while I was doing my course, she called the weight management program her wellness program. And at the end of it, she went to her doctor because she had to have permission from her doctor because of her health conditions to follow through with the course.
That's correct.
And she said that her doctor was so delighted because she'd lost 12 kilos. I don't know how much that is in America.
Might be around, give or take 30 pounds, I'm assuming.
Yes. And
check it out.
She'd shed that amount of weight. But not only that, her diabetes has gone. And she was worrying about her heart because she'd had stents. And her cardiologist said that for what she's been doing, her
26.4 pounds. You said 12 kilos, right?
Yes.
So 20, but times 2.2, 26.4. I think it's 2.
And her cardiologist said that her heart was the strongest organ in her body. And that was after shedding the weight. And because I did the program myself, and I also shed 12 kilos. So I was very happy with that too.
Yeah. And this is what it is. It's we're not here to convince people. And yes, but if we do timeline therapy and anybody's on medication, we have to get a doctor's note. That's protocol. Elephant in the room, not so much. It's both very powerful. It's very different. Plus, I do other things, right? But those two, again, they all profound, and you've seen that. So I just wanted to share that, especially if you're in business, to make sure you have some clarity. If that helped you, awesome, into guiding you to having a better life, a better business, a better relationship with yourself, with your family, and your clients. So I hope this helps. I hope it gave us some clarity. I know it did for us. I know it did for me, and I'm sure it did for Nivedita.
Yes, I've
Because
had a lot of fun today.
we've never actually gone and researched it to this depth before in regards to what it is, because you know people might think overexposure, but again, if you're comfortable with what you do and you're worth what you're worth, and people see for what you're worth and they get any results, hey, do what you got to do, because at the end of the day, you will have a prospering business if you give the results. And there's guarantee. That's guarantee.
And
When
it results in love, peace, and harmony in all aspects of yourself. Because when you're happier about yourself and you've been able to let go, there's a sense of freedom. And you can then allow the other frequencies of love, peace, and harmony vibration to come into your consciousness, which is really important.
yeah, but that's a little deep for a lot of people right now, Miss Nivedita, because a lot of them they don't want to hear that part of it. They just want to hear fix me. And oh, by the way, one thing I have to say, in NLP, we cannot no. In let me think now. In NLP, we cannot say the word heal. We are not healers because we're not doctors. In the holistic side, we can say we're healers. It's ironic how one thing we can say we can heal you, help you, but in the NLP, because we're not the doctor certified, we cannot say the word heal, help. But the other ones I can. Figure that out. We're here to guide you. We're guides, pretty much what it is. And
So health facilitators and wellness facilitators.
exactly. So on that note, I would like to say thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. We just wanted to have a little one-on-one with you all. And for those who joined us, thank you for catching the replay. Share it with friends who have business, and maybe this will help them understand more. And if you want to get a hold of us, just put a message or comment, reach out to us. And we want to say thank you so much. And we appreciate and love you guys. Take care. And all to your success, all you coaches and healers and business owners, all the success to you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. Love you, love you, love you.